Good morning and welcome back to Sunday Storytime here on Gaming with ADHD, where today we're going to continue our read-through of Star Wars Jedi's Honor, a solitaire adventure starring Luke Skywalker. Originally produced in the 1990s by West End Games, this is a choose-your-own-adventure style story where it's up to you, the listener, to decide where we're going to go next. Because what's going to happen is I will read through a portion of the story, and then when we reach a decision point, it will, be up to you guys to put into the comments what you'd like us to do next. Now, before we get started, do make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I try to put out a few videos each week covering all sorts of tabletop gaming content. We've also got some fantastic live streams that we do. So, we'd love for you to come along and see what we have to share. All right. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and switch over to the story. Now, last time we were here, Luke was in the cell block attempting to rescue Treadway, and so we had three choices. He was either going to force his way through the door, ask R2 to change the access condition, or he was going to try and bluff his way through. Now, based on your comments, you all decided that Luke needed to bluff, so that's what we're going to do. All right. I wish to inspect the new prisoner's cells, Luke says. The prisoners do not have assigned cells. Luke hesitates, his heart pounding wildly. Although the voice sounds electronic, he does not know whether it belongs to a sentient or mechanical. Either way, his answer must be the same, though he suspects a sentient may be more suspicious of him. He takes a deep breath, then, trying to sound casual, says, "They haven't? Our interaction terminal must be glitched. Give me a list of possibilities." "One moment," the voice answers. Luke breathes a sigh of relief. It sounds like he's dealing with mechanical. The possibilities are 117 and 129, 203 and 207, and 396 and 398. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a decision for everyone based on this because I believe it was the last video, maybe the one before that, we found out that Treadway had been put into cell number 205. Now, because this one was really short, let's go ahead and keep going. Let's see what happens. I would like 203 and 207, Luke says. You may proceed. The door hisses, then slides aside. Luke steps into the death block. The entire block is constructed of glistening black metal designed to foster fear and hopelessness in the hearts of detainees. A short corridor opens straight ahead into the interrogation area. Detainment devices crowd the center of the chamber, but each is carefully positioned so the interrogator can reach the victim from all angles. Along the walls, manual and robotic torture devices lurk in the shadows beneath the second-floor balcony. Though the light is too dim to see clearly, the long, twisted appendages protruding from the soulless machine send shivers down Luke's spine. To his right, a personnel lift rises into the murky depths overhead. Somewhere in the darkness above, 50 stormtroopers lie in wait with nothing better to do than watch Luke. Given the dimness of the block, they will not trouble Luke when he goes to Erling's cell. But escaping will be another problem. The block is just bright enough to show two forms leaving instead of one. Luke takes the lift to the second level. As he walks down the balcony, it rings with every step. He forces himself to walk close to the rail despite his desire to sneak through the shadows near the wall. Luke is scared. He would not be human if the sinister ambiance here did not frighten him. He cannot imagine sitting in a dark cell while another prisoner's anguished screams echo from the block's durasteel walls. Luke stops at cell 205 and orders R2 to open it. A quiet buzz sounds from the door, and Luke pushes it open. The cell interior is black as Tol Atto itself. Erling Treadway, Luke steps inside. Who else, Imperial Slime? Luke admires Erling's defiance. I'm not Imperial, he answers. I've come to rescue you. Rescue me? Erling's surprise puzzles Luke. Before Parnell kills you, or worse. How unfortunate. You've wasted your effort, I'm afraid. What's wrong, Luke asks. Are you shackled or injured? Erling chuckles. Neither. I don't wish to be rescued. Luke can't believe his ears. I thought you just said you don't want to be rescued. That's correct, Erling replies. So just be on your way. I don't want any bloodshed on my account. They don't have time for this argument. That's very noble, Luke says, his voice betraying his impatience. But you don't understand what Parnell has in store. He's already begun. With all that screaming out there, I haven't had more than 4 hours of sleep in a row. Your turn will come, you know. Then I shall endure in the name of freedom and dignity, when the Senate hears of my imprisonment. The Senate? Luke exclaims. Emperor Palpatine disbanded the Senate months ago. Erling remains determined. Then my hardships shall inspire the natives of Silum. They will rise in rebellion. Is this your idea of rebellion? Luke hisses, waving his arms in an invisible gesture at the unseen walls. Sitting in the dark, waiting to be tortured to death? The rebellion can do without that kind of leadership. Although Luke cannot help respecting Erling's courage, he is growing tired of the man's foolishness. He'll make you talk. Nobody can avoid it under torture. I know nothing of value to Sebastian, not even the names of my followers. Luke sighs in frustration. Then Sebastian Parnell knows something you don't. He didn't arrest you to avoid trouble. A martyr is twice as much trouble as a speechmaker. Precisely my point. Now won't you leave? Why are you determined to die? Luke snaps. I am not determined to die, Erling replies. Sebastian is determined to kill me. The asteroid belt aristocrat's reply is so smug that Luke loses hold of his temper completely. What am I doing here? He growls. General Dodonna will have my wings for this. Dodonna? Erling grasps. The Alliance sent you? Luke sees his first glimmer of hope, but he does not dare risk revealing his affiliation with the Alliance to a man who is determined to be tortured. In fact, letting Dodonna's name out was a mistake. I came, he said noncommittally. Why? Erling's voice betrays a bit of resentment. I thought you needed help, Luke said. I'm sorry if I interfered with your funeral plans. Luke's comlink beeps twice. It is R2's danger signal. I've got to go. Please hold off telling Parnell about me as long as possible. It's going to take forever to find the asteroid with my X-Wing. I can help you, Erling says. Where did you leave it? I can't say, Luke responds. Parnell will get it out of you. Probably, Erling admits. But I can tell you exactly where to find any asteroid in the belt. My interrogation will not be rushed. By the time I break, you'll be safely away. Luke hesitates. We may not fight in the same manner, Erling says, but we fight for the same thing. The young rebel pilot has to admit there is truth in that statement. Okay. All right, we're now at a decision point. You're going to need to remember, did Luke leave his X-Wing on the asteroid Milton, or did he leave it somewhere else? So, put down in the comments, where did Luke leave his X-Wing, and come back next time for the next chapter of Star Wars Jedi's Honor. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate your time. Don't forget, there are links down below to our social media on Facebook and Twitter. Also to DriveThruRPG, it is an affiliate link. And I've also actually added a new Amazon affiliate link. If you do want to help out the channel so we can upgrade equipment, things like that, it would be great. But regardless, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.